Hi, good morning. This is Diane Peters from jcharvesinvestments.com. How are you doing today? Well, they're saying that nor'easter is coming to the East Coast, and I really can't believe it because at 12 o'clock today, it's going to be the first day of spring. So spring starts, and we're getting a nor'easter. Well, maybe it won't be so bad. You know, we really won't know what it's going to be like until we get into it. But my sister lives near the shore, so I'm hoping and praying it's more snow than it is the rain and ice, because that's real tough on her and anyone in her community. So I'm praying for that. Today I want to talk about pain. And there was a situation that happened to me, and I think I even talked about it once before, where I was in this horrible car accident. I told you before, I've had 4 of them. I use it as a way of God getting my attention because I'm always on speed mode. But the one that was the scariest for me was I was on 95, and I was going, I guess pretty fast, but not as fast as this car ended up making me go. And I'm driving along, and I'm thinking I'm just coming back from visiting my grandson, and I was just moving into the 3rd lane, and then all of a sudden, my car was hit. And at that time, I had a 2008 Hyundai, and it was a Sonata. And the car was hit so hard that it was like propelled. I could feel, up in the air. And the car, I could see when I opened my eyes and I was looking, the car was heading towards this divider. Now, let me just backtrack a little bit. Previous to that, I've been praying to God about, what does it mean to let go? I don't understand that. What does it mean that, I hear these sayings, let go and let God. I didn't understand it. And I just said, God, I wish I could understand it. Well, all I can tell you is at that moment, I really knew what it meant to let go. Because there was nothing I could do. The car was heading towards the divider. And I looked, and I realized, and I said, God, that's all I said. God. I closed my eyes, and the next thing I know, my car somehow didn't hit that divider. It kind of like turned, and it was going to the left, and it bounced off the divider, hit another car to the right, bounced off that car, hit another car in front of me, and then right to the ground. I opened my eyes. There was smoke all over the place. It was really coming from the airbag. My shoulder was really hurting. I was like really in trauma. I jumped out the car real quickly, and the gentleman that hit me had this huge Explorer. I didn't even know they made them that big. And they asked me to get into the car with them. When I got into the car, all I could smell was marijuana in the car. So it was making me sick because I was just so dizzy. And I just jumped out of that car, and then he told the guy that he asked that hit me, said, let me move your car for you. I said, the car's not moving. And I was just in shock. And before I knew it, my husband was there, the ambulance had come, and then I collapsed. And now that was like in it was 2008. That was 2008 because my daughter's best friend had passed away that January, and she was going to go for her license. And I'll never forget, she kept asking me, Mom, how did that happen? Because she knew I drove. She knew I was a pretty good driver. So that's a whole nother story. But every time I go past that section on 95, I just take my mind. I know my mind wants to go there to that accident and what happened that day. But you know what I say? I'm not going there. Because if I get lost in what happened on that particular day, it could ruin my whole day. It's not that pain or the remembrance of pain doesn't come to us. We have a choice. We can let that pain come in and control us, or we can say, no, I'm not going there. I don't see anything good coming out of it. As I repeated it to you, is exactly how it was. I thank God every day that I was able to walk after that. There were no broken bones. I had already injured my back several times. I messed up my shoulder. But I know, and at that point, I did realize a couple of things. First of all, that I really believe God is in control. Because there's no way I should have walked away from that accident like that. He heard my prayer. and all it was God. But also I knew after that happened, I had a choice. I could live in that. I could stew in that. I could even be angry at that other guy that hit me. You know, I wasn't all loving and everything, but I just knew that I could make some choices here. And I just chose to just forget it. Now, I'm up and down 95 all the time. I go past that side of the highway all the time because my grandson lives up northern part of Connecticut. My granddaughter lives up there. My grandson goes to high school in Middletown, which is like an hour and a half away. But like I said, every time that pain or thought of that pain or what I went through comes to me. And it's not just pain, it's also the fear. I don't let it control me. I choose to be in control of what I can control. And what I can control of what stays in my mind and my memory. And I find the best way to live my life is to just let it go. Because there is not going to be anything good coming out of focusing on something that is not going to bring pleasure or bring strength or bring courage. So that's my little speech on pain and fear and how I deal with it. Now, I'm not perfect, you know. I'm not telling you I don't get afraid, and I can't tell you sometimes that the pain or the thought of that accident or numerous things in my life don't come upon me. But again, I choose to not let it take control of me. And I concentrate on that one thing. No, this isn't going to happen today. I'm going to forget about this. That happened behind me. I'm going forward. So I thank you all for listening to me today. I hope you have a great day. If you're in the Northeast, be careful. Like I said, at least we're not in Boston. And I pray for those people in Boston and the Massachusetts area, because I just hope none of us get the snow. I hope the spring comes and the spring stays. Again, thanks for listening. Have a great day, and God bless you all.